Hello, children of Israel. It's me, MIKHAEL MASSA, and Hosea. Are you there, brother?
How are you, my friend?
Oh, thank you, thank
Oh,
you.
exciting.
Um, so everything cool with you, bro?
Yes, you wanted to show me a secret of the Bible that nobody talks so much about. It has to do with our inheritance, with the real nation of Abraham and everything. Because I heard that some Iraqis say that Abraham lived there, but I think since Kemet and all the Israelites are from a different place like Ethiopia, how can that be? I can understand when the nations of Israel are growing because they are all people that travel over Asia or Africa. Like I can't understand why they don't um, get all the sources and evidence to show where our father Abraham is really from.
Nice to hear from you, Hosea. My name is MIKHAEL MASSA, and it's very easy for me to tell you about our heritage, and because you have to know we are the descendants of the pure people of Israel, because our forefathers still today they know the secrets of the preaching and of the worshiping the holy ones. What means the holy ones or the forefathers? This means you're worshiping ghosts. You understand? You're worshiping hosts, and these people are giving messages. That's why Christ Himself was saying He is the first man. He was always talking about His forefathers. And today I brought something big that the most people outside in America, like IUIC and all the other preachers and prophets outside, don't think about. I brought the animals. The animals is showing us, yeah, because it's showing us the truth about the real Israelites. You have to know the Israelites has to dwell there where you can see lions, there where you can see elephants, giraffes, crocodiles. You can see jaffas. You can see many animals, and there where we go today you will understand that the people like the Bantu migration, yeah, these people has to be this the descendants of the real Israelites. Yeah, I want to show you something. When the Bantus came to Africa, they controlled West Africa, Central and East and Southern Africa. They took all the forest to pygmies to avoid the spreading of Islam. You know, those from the west joined Bantu Gala in the forest to shield against Muslims, and they called themselves Bakongo in uh in the Congo today. Bantu also called themselves Yahundi or Yahud, Aramaic Hebrew, meaning Judah, my brother, which is the same capital of Cameroon today. Most of the tribes in Zambia and Southern Africa can trace their roots from West and East Africa. Most of the tribes kept the samba or the Shabbat, which is still being practiced in Brazil and in Cuba and in some Western lands, countries to today. Others have kept their circumcision of males among African tribes. Others lost their traditions. Most so the word Congolo, yeah. Wait. I'm out. Wait. Most of them were killed if they was keeping the Shabbats. Bantus were also given a title by the Muslim as the people of the book. This is because the Arabs started trading in slaves 1,000 years before the European slave trade. He informed the Portuguese about the people of the book, a people cursed by God, or let's say Yahweh, and predestined as slaves. This is the Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68. The Muslims also call the Western Sudanese Yahudi, which means the lost tribes of Israel, brother. These Hebrews were also led captive into many African nations by many indigenous tribes on the west and east coast of Africa. Some were sold on the basis of losing in a war. Tribesmen would sell Hebrews directly to Europeans and Muslims. The word Congolo, Asian Kungelo, is derived from two Hebrew words. In this case, we have kun, meaning establish, gelo or golo means exile. Or today, it is called Congo. Okay, it comes from 59 to 99 of Baitu or Bantu slaves came from the following places along the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. We have Sanji or Zanzibar in Tanzania. It's one of the first places where slaves come through, and more accuracy is needed to determine the percentage. Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo in Angola, 39.4% slaves came from there. Southeast Africa, Mozambique and Madagascar, 4.7% of slaves came from there. Nigerian Delta, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea and Gabon, Bantu slaves, 14.6%. Senegalese in Gambia, 4.8%. Guinea and Guinea-Bissau and Sierra Leone, 4.1%. Liberia and Ivory Coast, 1.8%. Gold Coast, Ghana, Ivory Coast, 10.4% of slaves came from there. You have no other migration, from, you can see around the world that the slaves came and taken by ships by their colonizers and bring them to other lands. So now we are starting the debate. Now we have the Deuteronomy 28 who's telling us where the real Israelite come from. They cannot come from the Middle East from there, because we had no migration from Middle East to America or Brazil or India and something like that. Everybody of them came out of Africa today, the western coast of Africa or the east coast from Africa. This means Israel cannot be in the Middle East. Even the verses now and the things that I will show you now, it will showing us that it cannot be there. The first verse. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, why not?
Because you're saying that Israel cannot be there, but it is written in the Old Testament that we will have a new Israel, and anybody calls Mesopotamia what is the land of two rivers that is between Iraq, also a part of Israel. So how does that come? And when I make research of history, I also found out that even in Iraq, a long time, black people live there that are also from the Jews.
Good question. So you can explain by yourself how that happened, because you know the best that I know things about it, but you can explain so that we can go on.
Yep. I found something interesting out about how Moses went from Egypt over the coast of Arabia to Iraq. As he took that route because the government of Arabia is hiding the places that Moses took on his journey. And the reason for that is because they want to spread Islam apologetics against the Christians, and they want to tell them that Hadith and the little information the Quran has is superior to all of the Hebrew scriptures. That is the reason why the Saudi Arabia government hides the places, and that's why so many people are deceived by the fact where the pharaoh died, and they say some scientists say that the pharaoh was resurrected. But what reason do they have to force the belief that the pharaoh that was against Moses was resurrected? What do you think, MIKHAEL?
They can have a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons that they have is that this Israel, there is a man-made Israel, but we cannot deny it because, like the Bible says, it has to have two Israels. So I don't want to go so much into that optic. I will start to read the inside the book. We are going to Genesis. We want to see what Abraham was doing. What happens to Abraham? To Genesis 13. We starting by 1 to 4. Now watch this. We can show the map of let's show us the map of Israel, right? Or of Africa. Let's go to the map of Africa. Oh, world map. It's better. World map is okay. Nice. So do we have the world map right here, right?
Go ahead.
So look at this. Excuse me. Where? Yeah. Now, and Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abraham was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south even to Bethel, into the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai, into the place of the altar which he had made there at the first, and there Abram called on the name of the Lord. So, my friend,
one question: where could be the area Bethel that was Genesis 13? I think it was the second verse. Oh no, third verse. Right.
Bethel, we say,
yes,
we say he went down. Look at this. He went down from Egypt up down to Africa. This means Bethel is, and today Congo Brazzaville. But you cannot. You can. Today is not easy to find it. No. Because they did not maps. Wait a second. It's not easy to find it here, this Bethel, but Bethel is in Congo Brazzaville. It's the capital of Congo Brazzaville. Still today, okay? Look at this. I'm showing you something. Here, we call it Beto. This is Bethel. That's why we call it Bana Beto or Beituel. And Abraham, my friend, he went down. He went down and he was going always more south into Bethel. Did you get it?
Okay, I see. I have one question. Abraham's sons had many nations where they have been separated, because one guy in Sudan told me that he's one of the Israelites, and you know also something that Stephen Graham told him, that the Africans are the people of the book, like you said. And he was saying that Shem, Ham, and Japheth had different lands, and even Egyptian has its own land before it was even called or given the name Egyptian. So we have Assyria, we have how you call Kush. We have 4 lands that was in the northern of Africa. That was with the sons of Abraham.
Of course. So we have a mixture of Israel and Canaanites. It's normal. That's why a lot of people say, yeah, a lot of even Canaanites say, yes, they're Israelites. You can see in Judges 3, 5 to 6. Yeah. Wait, I'll show you the verse very quick. Oh. Yeah, it's my first time using this program. It's not so that easy, but yeah, we have to spread the truth. So yeah, we have to go on. So now, why is can you write Judges? Can you help me a little bit out? Write Judges, please. 3, 5 to 6.
All right.
So nice. Can you read it, please? Read it very quick.
And children of Israel.
Yes.
dwelt among the Canaanites, Hamites, and Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites. And they took their daughters to their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their gods.
This means the king of mixture can make the two become one. And since they were all black, who are the Canaanites, brother? The Africans. And who are the Israelites, brother? The Africans. And that's why it is something to laugh if the so-called Americans start to say, we are not from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because this mixture starts, they were not even born. They are like the same people. Okay? We have, because it's not this debate. It's not this debate. I would show you who are the Canaanites, brother. Very easy. Yeah? The Canaanites and the Israelites, they're like the same people. We have Sidon. Yeah? Yeah? Like Sidon helped to build the Temple of Solomon. We have Hittite. The two tribes came out of in Syria from Joshua 1:4. Other in Judah. We have Yebusi, Amori. We have Girgash, Hivi. We have Ark, Zini. All these people was living with the Israelites together, and they were the Canaanites. The Canaanites and the Israelites are almost the same people. And if the Israelites talking about the Hamites, they have to think about the Europes. They're not fighting themselves, brother. This is not our problem. If we want to change things, you're not going to change in a little Israel in the Middle East because it's not yours, brother. There is nothing. And this is the fact here. We have no hills in the Israel's today where waterfalls come from. We have no animals there. Where are the lions? Where are the lions? We have nothing there. Nothing. We have no gold, no silver. You understand? Look at this. Waterfalls in Africa. Valley of what? Look at this. Huh? The Bible is talking about these things. And that's why you see Abraham, he went down. He went more down. Yeah? And he went down to Africa. He not went up to go into somewhere like Iraq or something like that. That's why Abraham is someone from Africa. Yeah, Sub-Sahara. He went to the Sub-Sahara, south. And then he say, wait, I want to go on because you asked me about Abraham and stuff. I want to go on. Let's go to Genesis 12:7. Can you write it down? Can you write it down, please? Genesis 12:7.
All right. It's happened to continue. Oh.
Genesis 12:7. I'm going now to show you the first things that I want to show of that Israel cannot easily, that the Americans blacks has not to go back to the Middle East. They have to go back to Africa and to rebuild in Africa, like it is written in Isaiah 60. That lands that will not serve thee, they will go down. That nations will come and bow before thee. Who are these who are flies like a cloud? These are people that will have to go back to Africa. Even in Zephaniah 3-10 is written, my children, where they will come from, beyond the rivers from Ethiopia. Why? Because they still live in there, not in the Middle East. Go on, read this part. And the Lord appeared into Abram and said, into thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Lord who appeared unto him. Yes, 8. And he removed from thence into a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and high on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. My friend, it's like I told you before, yeah.
Okay.
Bethel, we call it Bayituel or Abana Beto. Beto, I can show you that quickly. I cannot do anything now here. Something went wrong.
Okay. I give you.
Give me the permission, please.
No, sorry.
So,
All right.
again, Congo again, Congo Brazzaville, Congo Brazza, yeah, Bito. Even you see, we have even the music. Beto na babauya oya basimba, Bantu de la capitale Congo, Oshesa Beto, Bantu. You understand? This Beto means house of Elah. You got it? So if I go now to Congo Brazzaville, Beto maps. Give me, come on, you European cowards. Here, it showed me maps. Beto. Even we say that Adam and Eve comes from that part. There is a part there in Congo Brazzaville, in Beto. The Europeans going there and they say Abram and Eve comes from that part. Okay.
Really? Where did they say that and when?
How, when?
Yeah, just go ahead and show us the place first, so that we can have any narrative to what we have to consider.
So I showed you now easily that Beto, yeah. The problem is they not even here. Here's Beto. Yeah, in this map you can, I don't know why the maps are so small. Here, Beto. Okay.
Okay. Can you zoom it? Just press Control plus.
You can zoom, but you can zoom it by yourself. Okay. And I think I have to take some other researches fast.
Sure.
So did you zoom it?
So, okay. Now I see it really called B2, like Spain name.
You see? And this is the true Bethel. Yeah. And this comes from Bayituel in Genesis 28:2, my brother. Check this. Can you go to Genesis 28:2, please?
Okay. All right.
Arise, go to.
Make it bigger so that you can see.
Arise, go to Pandanam, to the house of who? Where? Beituel, my brother, my father, and take thee wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother brother. And this are tradition of our forefathers. you don't have, you have to intermarry into a family, to a cousin, or you know what I'm saying. Still today they're practicing these kinds of things in Africa. When the people, the white Caucasians, was doing such things? When? Never. Not even the so-called American Hebrews know these things. This is normal African practice. You know what I'm saying? This is Bantu practice. And here you can see that Betuel or Betu, what means house of Elah. Yeah, I can give you another verse too if you like. You want one more?
Yes.
Okay, then go to Psalms 83 and 12, please. Quick.
All right. Who say the Lord, let us take ourselves to the houses of God
in possession. Possession. So now, go to Genesis 31 and 13.
Oh.
31 and 13, please.
13.
Yes, 13.
All right.
I am the God of who? Of where?
Of Bethel.
Tatanzambia mpungu tulendo. Yame, Yambe, Yahweh. Where these people, where this language come from? Now, what is the oldest language? The Hebrew language or the Congo language? Means Lingala or Ba Congo, Ki Congo. Who was the first? The Hebrews, who nobody knows who they are, or the Hebrew language, where nobody knows when they come from, or my fathers, where Jesus come from when he say, I was the man, the son of man. This means he come from the Adamic seed. Yeah, the first humans. That's why you can see still today in Africa, you can see people who are half naked. What means that? To be half naked. This means these people are near to the Most High. If you see Adam and Eve, they were naked or not. These people taking us from our natural resources, from our natural living, from our natural being, from our natural worshiping. Yeah, even the animals that took away from their natural being and giving us industry, giving us a new study. Hebrew. What is Hebrew? The Muslims talk in our language. The Hebrews today, they're talking our language. The French, the Spanish, the Americans, all of them speaking our languages. So here, Bethel is not in Asia. Now you can see something like that if you go to Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel 6:8, please. Fast, quick. Brother, what are you doing?
Which verse? Just again?
Give me Ezekiel 6:8, please. Brother, what are you doing?
I just wrote it wrong.
Yes, okay, I think. Come on.
What?
Do it faster, please.
Just spell it so that I can.
Can you give me Ezekiel? Ezekiel? Ezekiel. There, down there. Down there, Ezekiel. Nice.
All right.
Yes, 6:8, please. Yet will I leave a remnant, that ye may have some that shall escape from the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered through the countries. What do you think is the true Israelite that the people say still living in the Middle East today? What this prophecy means here from in the Ezekiel, what Ezekiel give us here. It's in Africa. Some of them will go to the strange countries to go captives. Kings will go. The so-called Americans today, the so-called people who went to the islands, like Brazil, like the other islands, Puerto Rico, etc. Yeah, Haiti. Okay, then a remnant will stay there where the Israelites live. And where is it, my brother? In Africa. Go to Zephaniah, pick Zephaniah 3 and 10. Then I go on with the animals. Zephaniah, you have to write him with Z. Come on. Concentrate yourself, brother. There, down there. Yes. 3 and 10. Read.
Okay. Verse 10.
Verse 10.
All right. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia and my suppliants, even the daughter of my distress.
To bring my offering. This means from where?
My offering.
From where? Where the Israelites come from?
Ethiopia.
Down beyond the river of Ethiopia. Still today, the Israelites not living in America. We are the Israelites. Yes, you are a part of the Israelites. Come on. And Israel is not in the Middle East. The Israelites, they live in there where they come from. They never, some of them went out of Israel, and Israel were never in the Middle East. This is another Israel. And the Bible talks about this Israel in the Middle East also. Yes, it's the truth. But now we are going to the preachings that are brought. Because all of this was not the preaching that are brought. Yeah? We talk now about the Canaanites, how they mixed themselves. We talk about the Bantu migration, how they went out, what kind of Bantu lands and people, what kind of people went out of Israel. Yeah, so Africa. I showed you that Bethel, that Abraham went down. He went not up, he went down to Africa. There he went to Bethel to make a covenant, with the Most High Yah. And this is our language. I showed you even the languages are a part of us. And here, even the prophecies like Zephaniah 3 and 10 or Ezekiel says that we will be separated. Some of us will go to captivity and that the other ones will live in Africa. But I told you we are talking today about the animals. Yes.
My question is, this prophecy, was it before the people came out of Egypt or after? Because it could be that we have a superior history that was between Moses and Abraham, because Moses is the son of Abraham, right? The next Israel could come after the Hebrews that already scattered. that go to the northern place.
In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all the things wherein thou hast transgraded against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they should trust in the name of the Lord. He's talking about now. This is a prophecy about now. Thank you.
Okay.
So, we're going now to the animals. Let's start. I have a lot of things. I have many books. But no, you see, we are going too far. We are going now to the, give me the first King 13 and 24. Give me the first King 13, 24 to 25.
And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him, and his case was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it. The lion also stood by the castle, and behold, when passed by and saw
The man passed by and saw the carcass cast in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass. And they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard the roof, he said, "It is the man of God." We call this Nganga or Munganga. Yeah, these are the doctors or prophets. Yeah, because we never called him prophet before, who was disobedience into the word of the Lord. Therefore, the Lord that had delivered him into the lion, which had torn him and slain him according to the word of the Lord, which he had spake into him. Brother, still today, where the lions come from?
Okay, show me, where is it on the map?
Look. Can you look where the lions come from, please? Because I can't do nothing now. Can you show me where the lions come from? Can you go to Google?
I just give you the control now.
Thank you.
Wait. Okay. All right. You have to.
Thank you. Thank you. This is one of the lion maps. Who says that the lions was coming from the north and from above of Asia and stuff of this. There is only one part that I can say is right. I don't know if it's right really because I don't trust. They say this part here. This small part can be that the lions come one type of lions come from there. The other lines all come from Africa. These lines here, these maps that shows the lines above Asia and all these things, it's a lie. You never saw a migration. You never had a migration from, or in history, who told you that the lions or other animals comes from above going down to Africa. Even in the book of Genesis, even in the books of Genesis, you will find that the lions, you can find lions in the paradise. You can find elephants and all the other animals. And the Most High is saying they was living in the paradise. So now the paradise is Europe also? Now the paradise is Asia also? Where the first people come from? So lions, maps, I don't know where I can find them. In German I would find. Here, this is where the lions come from.
So it goes from South Africa to Nigeria and to West Africa.
Yes.
So from South to Middle Africa, where the equator ends.
And no lion in the Middle East, my friend. You have to know the Middle East is entering into small Germany like 2 times. I don't know which kind of elephants and animals and mountains and gold and silver and rivers you can see there still today. If this will be the Middle East would be Israel, you could find gold, you could find coltan and minerals, you could find all the animals up there, you could find many things like hills and mountains and etc. But can you? This means it cannot be that this is Israel easily. And the lions never came from Asia like this map. This guy has to be a Jewish man who do these things. A Jewish man. And this is the problem of the white man. If he's doing things to making researches, because he cannot find everywhere you will see Israel, the lions come from Africa. Everywhere. Here. You can see everywhere Africa. But then, because he cannot find, they have to come from somewhere else. Then you can see, not even in Brazil, not even in America, not even in North America. Never, nowhere you can, not even in Australia, you will find the lions, brother. Okay? Never. Because they are coming to our countries to hunting the lions. So then you can go to the 1 King 20 and 36. I do it fast for you. Wait. Very easy. 20 and 36. Then said he unto him, because thou hast not obeyed the voice of thy Lord, behold, as soon as thou art departed from me, a lion shall slay thee. And as soon he was departed from him, a lion found him and slew him. Come on. Hey, the Arabian people still today never wrote in their books about lions. If I'm living in a place where you can see everywhere lions, hey, I will write about lions. If you can see, living in a place you can see everywhere mountain, hills, different kind of colors of people, I will writing and making books, movies about these things. Still today in the Asia, like they're showing us here, brother, here in Asia, yeah, or here in North America, brother, these people never was talking about lions. Because you cannot write or you cannot talk about anything you never see before.
I have a question. They show Muhammad with a lion. They say the prophet lion with the sword. But why they doing this when lion was not in Arabia? Why they stealing and using the things that the Israelites said for their own advertisement when it's not even true history when the pagans do that?
Why they are taking our animals to Europe?
Yes.
Yeah, they took all of the animals because they say Noah jumped with the ark in Asia, right?
Yes.
So this means all of the animals have to be in Asia today. And this this means, brother, we can see all of the animals that you can see in Africa. We can see them in Asia. You can see them in Germany. We can see them in Russia. Is it so? Because they say the ark was they jumped out with the they jumped out in Asia there, and you can see all the animals. But where are they? Even today, you would see the worms and the lazy animals are traveling from above to coming down to Africa, because in Africa you can see all of them. But we never learn something like that in school, right? We know that in Africa, all the animals was there, always there. It was always there. Always they have been there, right?
Yes.
So,
always there.
You have a mystic land, brother. Africa is the mystic land, the land of the Holy Ghost, the country of power people. You have to ask the Bangunzas, the trees, if you can pass, brother. We read 2 Kings 17. We read.
Let's go there.
Yeah, I do it. 2 Kings and 17. And now we go to 25 and 26. And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there, that they feared not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them. We slew some of them. Wherefore they spake into the king of Assyria, saying, the nation which thou hast removed and placed in the city of Samaria know not the manner of the God in the land. Therefore he has sent lions among them. And behold, they slay them because they knew of the manner of the God of the land. Now look, I will show you something.
Okay, I'm very curious. What you want to show me, and what does this has to do with the Arabs?
Here, they even made pictures of it. You can see this? Brother, the lions was the keeper of Africa. There where you can find lions. Why the white man should do pictures like this? Why? Huh? Do you know the times of Shaka Zulu? Do you know the Ethiopians there was writing with the lions and fighting the Italians and stuff? You know why the Ethiopians went never to slavery? Huh? Do you know how to handle hyens? Do you think a white man can fight against lions? How like the Africans doing still today? So where is Algeria? Huh? Who are the Algerians? Huh? Who are they? Huh? brother, this is not joking around. The Bible is not for little kids, you know. Okay, and these are only the lions. I think we have to make a part 2 about it. Yeah. Now you see, we can go to 1 Kings 7:29, the book of Genesis 49 and 9. Everywhere in the Bible where you can find the lion, you have to know the so-called Israelites was living there. Israelites or Jews or Hebrews are man-made names. The true names of these people are the house of Elah, Bayituel, Beto, Bana, Bantu, the first humans.
Okay, but why do the first humans have the name Bana Bantu? That's the question I want to ask.
This means the son of gods.
Really?
Yes.
So if you are from the Bantu, you are already from the first son of God.
This
right?
means the son of gods. That's why he himself was calling himself the son of man. Bantu is human. The first humans, like angels. If you go to the book of Job, you can see these people were angels, giants. Brother.
So first human of angels, does son of God really mean? Okay. You told me that it's in Genesis.
So, like I told you, the king of Assyria, they had big problems with the lions because they don't know how to worship Yah. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. Hey, we are the only ones who call our father, father, brother. The Christians, they knew not how to call his own father, father. They called his own father Alfred. Hey, Sven. Hey, Dieter. You know what I'm saying? But we given to our fathers all praise, to our mothers we gave them all praise. And even our fathers and our mothers given to us the praise and says, Bana, Bana. Or brother, we say ya. Like he himself, Christ was saying, don't call me no more master or something like that. But I call you, we are yas, brothers. Ya. And this is the problem here. It's spiritual. We never call it. It's like the Muslims today say, if you want to call Muhammad, you have to say some words there. You know what I'm saying? They took it from us.
Yeah, the Shahada. Okay. How similar is the Shahada with what the Hebrews really said?
You can ask. You can tell.
Yeah, because you are saying that they took praise the Lord from us.
Yes.
But changed it in a different way. Because when they say, for example, the prophet, they say Salalala Salam, but Salam is a Bantu word, or is from the African roots of Arabic, right?
Salem is like peace. Okay? Salem means peace. And that's why this man was calling Salama. Solomon and Jerusalem. Peace. Yes, they took it from us. Of course. They did.
Okay. What else did they took from us? For example, what Rasul mean? Because they always say Rasul Allah when they say you are ascended from God, right?
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm just asking, is there any African word that fits to Rasul or ascended of God or something like that?
We say to our father, Tata, father, this is it. It's because you have Yah, you have your, normally today we say Christ, but normally you have Yah, you have your father, you have your mother. So we say father. Father is the highest. And we say Tatam Pungu Tulendo. This means the father who gave us power. And this is why even David himself was calling him Yah, because Yah was his power. So,
okay, but how do we get power, and why the Most High calls us in Psalm 82 gods? That's what I want to know. Because if it's God's power that put on a lion to protect us, how you can see that, or how was it possible that the lion was protecting the Africans? That's what I want to know. How can we have with the spirit power over animals?
I did not get you really, but it's very easy. You are a god. This means you cannot even only control animals. You can control wind, water. You can control many things. The spirits on this earth, yeah, belongs to you. The nations belongs to you. Everything is yours if you know how to worship the Most High, and if you do His commandments on the right way, you will get in spirituality from your ancestors, and then you can see true, and you can control all these things. Normally, you are a god. Everybody is seeing you as a god. Every nation outside there know you are a god.
Okay.
Even the animals will tell you you are a god. The animals will tell you that. Even a lion will fled from you. You know, the problem is the Americans, American blacks. It's long time they went out from Africa. But if they ask the Africans inside, they will say yes. Sometimes you can see one lion here. He's hungry, but he will never touch anybody from us because he know you are human. But if you see an angry animal like a lion or something like that, he's coming because someone in the city or someone in the village is doing something wrong. Even the biggest snakes, they fled from a human. A snake 5 meters long, my brother, he will flee from a human. He flee. But he can see any other animals, he will attack him. And that's why you are a god. So now we know that this animal, the lion, is the protector of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? He is the king. That's why Christ himself, they gave him the name of Simba. You know, the name of the king. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, we saw that in Simba, they use it in the movie King of Lions. Is there any spiritual reason behind that, why the other nation put something like that in our videos to test how far our mind is? And the second question is, are they afraid that we get into spiritual power? What would we do now? For example, if the Father gave us all power of the earth to do the right thing, what are they afraid of if we get that power that belongs to us?
Good question, really. It's a good question. I think it's not humanity. It's not the human himself who says, I don't like these people to get into force, to get into their real naturality, to the real kingdom. It's something else. It's spiritual. I think there are some gods fallen, and these gods come into fighting the humans, the first people. You know what I'm saying? And these people today are flesh like we are, and they are the nations. But today we are all the same, brother. We brothers, it's okay. It's okay. It's the truth. If they see still today, they see an enemy in us because everything belongs to us. But In the other way, you have to know we too, we are Gentiles, brother. Yeah. So this thing is more deep. I will come to the last things for today, because normally I wanted to show you more about the animals when we stayed on the first animal and we cannot continue. I will say some last words about the lion. Everywhere you can see lions, brother. Yeah. You will see the Israelites. The lion is a family member. Look, I show you something. Why all the things that we say today is nothing without what are you doing? Oh, wait a second. It's me.
So
what's going on? So this is not the paradise. This is not the paradise of the Muslims. This is the paradise of the white man, right? This is the Jehovah Witness now showing us off Asian and showing us off blacks. But you can see the lion directly here. And the normal picture of the paradise, brother, is this: the white man and the lions. The white man and a lion. Elephants, a lion. The white man, and here, everywhere, lions cannot fail. Here, lions are there. You see?
But why they make everything white what belongs to the black man?
That's why I told you the lion, like the panther, like the movie here, Black Panther. These are our animals, brother. You will see. This is the first part of this movie, brother. You will see easily. I can show you easily, my brother. Israel is not in the Middle East. It cannot be. Easily. There, the people from White It Out, they can preach. Every American preacher and prophet can preach. It's a lie. This is another Israel right there. And if you fight for this Israel right there, you are fighting to death. You are fighting the prophecies from Joel 4.
Okay, what is in Joel 4?
This is another question, but this is not my topic today. So,
all right, let's go tomorrow then.
That's why Esau come with one hand with the Bible, and the other hand he come with the gun. Because if you know the movie Solomon's Mines, yeah, Solomon's Mines, you can see this movie right here, yeah, show you the Israelites living there where the lions are. Look, the Israel and the Hamites are looking totally the same. Totally. There is no difference. So, now you know where the lions come from. The lions come from Africa. And the Persian lion can come, one of the Persian lion can come from Asia, but it's not the true even. Thank you. And do you want to say something? I hope the people on Facebook too, they enjoy. We will go on with this next time. And if you have some questions, you can ask, yeah, for the next time. I will send you a link to my YouTube channel. I will upload this movie on my YouTube channel, and Yes, there's many things to learn, because you have to come back to your ancestors. You have even to find out your ancestors, because Christ himself, he always was talking about his ancestors. The Europeans, they never forget their ancestors. And they never would do, because your ancestors are you. You are the ancient ancestors. You have to start to believe on reincarnation. Christ himself, he comes and eat among the disciples. He eat fish. He shows himself off. He say, here I am. The reincarnation is something normal. The ancestor worshiping is a must. That's why he always was talking. In the book of Moshe, it's like this. In the book of Ezekiel, it's like this. Huh, you imposters, you liars. What do you think who I am? Huh? Where I'm coming from? I will build this temple in 3 days. This is the temple of my father. Huh? How can you be the father? You don't know me? You don't know me? Yes, because he is the reincarnation of someone.
Okay.
Yeah? And that's why if you people don't know who you are, yeah, you never can go back to that what you was before. Okay? And the lions are a part of Africa. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.